Parents and teenagers, welcome to this series called Life Verses. And in this series, I'm going to talk with AJ about how 3 key verses from the Bible have helped us as his parents to kind of mentor him, but it's also, he's going to talk about it from his perspective as a teenager. So parents, I just want you to be aware of the fact that we have a series called Life Verses for Parents that we talk to you specifically as the parents about how to use these verses in your kids' lives. But we thought it would be good to also give you a series where you could actually do it with your teenager. That's why AJ's here to speak from a teenager point of view, to help you guys bring these verses into your home, into your parenting, and just in how our teenagers can view who they are in God and how important it is. So we chose 3 verses. And so in this first verse, we're talking from Psalm 139. So AJ, you know this verse. I'm just going to read it, and then we'll have a conversation about it. Psalm 139:16 says, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed." Now, AJ, you know this verse, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what's your initial thought on why that's been an important verse for you?
I think it's because he created you for a purpose, and he kind of laid out all of the things that's going to happen in your life, and he gave you all the traits that you have. You know, if you have like red hair, how tall you are, how tall you're going to be, how smart you are, how strong you are, how athletic you are. And he gives you all those traits for a purpose that he has for you.
Okay. So how about for you specifically, would you say, I know that, you're my son, so I know you pretty well, but how have you wrestled through some of maybe the traits that you wish you had or you hope you have, and how you kind of come back to this verse to help you think about it the right way?
I've definitely wished that I was taller. You know, I have a couple friends who grew faster than me, and it's been kind of hard for me to be one of the shorter ones in the group. You know, I've always wished I had red hair. Just kidding. No offense to anyone with red hair. You're great people. I've definitely wished that I were a little bit smarter, you know, things processed quicker in my mind.
Okay. But so you just are able to come back to this, that God created you exactly how he wanted you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that would be an important lesson for maybe even some of your friends to help them think about how they view themselves?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because at your age, kids are dealing with identity and comparison and Okay, good. Okay, so what about the second part of the verse that then says every day of your life was recorded in the book before even a day had passed? So what does that say to you about how big God is and what that means for your life?
That says that God knows exactly what's going to happen, and that I can trust that his plan for me is good.
Okay. So how does that work when you've had maybe disappointments in your life or things that you wish happened that didn't happen? How has that verse helped you in those moments?
It's kind of given me like assurance, kind of like he knows what's going on. This is for the better good of me. I'm learning lessons from it so that later in life I can benefit from it.
Yeah, good. So like sports, I think, has been one of those arenas for you, right, where you've learned?
Definitely.
And you've learned probably, would you say you learned more from the harder things, the disappointments, than even the success?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so parents and teenagers, have a conversation. Use the questions below and talk about this and discover how this passage from Psalm 139 can really help to be a great foundation for you to talk about with your teenager as far as God created each of us uniquely and in a special way. And he also created us with a plan in mind. And that's pretty powerful and something to come back to constantly. Instead of playing the comparison game, instead of spending all of our energy wishing we were like so-and-so, or we had what so-and-so had, or had the experiences that so-and-so had, to recognize that God knows what he's doing. He's bigger and he's got it, and we just need to trust in that. So use those questions, have a conversation, and we'll see you in the next video.